Brock Heward.
Brock.
On the call of the Mountain West Championship game on Friday night it was, right?
Yep. Nice and cold.
Yeah, it was UNLV and Boise State. And, man, I thought UNLV was going to give them a real run for their money.
I did, too.
Was so wrong on that. Boise State really controlled that football game from pretty much start to finish. UNLV scored their only points in the fourth quarter when they were down 21-0. Makes the final 21-7. But, man, Jeanty did what Jeanty does. Ashton Jeanty goes for 209 yards and a touchdown. He had that crazy 75-yard run. He's cutting back. I mean, that kid is so fun to watch, Phil.
It is. And you know what's funny and actually, like, it's a cool moment when you can end you're pretty much your year in the championship game and still go for 200 yards rushing and kind of solidify yourself as a candidate for the Heisman. Like, Jeanty will be there.
Oh, yeah.
He just is not going to win it.
Well, he's second in the odds, but Travis is such a favorite at this point. It's Travis's award.
Are you sure? I mean, there's so much hate going around for Travis Hunter all of a sudden.
Is there?
Man, and of course you got across the X or Twitter, like you have people that are going to ride for Jeanty, ride for their team, whatever. But I just feel like it's a lot of hate towards Travis Hunter and what he has done. And what people tend to forget when you don't play in the championship is they forget about you for a quick second. You know, Jeanty's on the big stage. You see what he's doing. Someone like Scatterboot, doing what he does. Now everybody's talking about it. And it's like, but you guys forget who Travis Hunter really is and what he brings to the table because he's not playing right now. So that's something to put out there. I think people forget for a quick second who's really going to win the Heisman.
Well, if you ask Boise's coach, the guy who wins the Heisman should be playing in the championship game.
Yeah.
Now, pretty simple qualification there, which it's a little oversimplified there. But here's our guy, Brock Heward, on the call for Fox, and he said this.
To the Heisman conversation.
Yeah, and I said it earlier. If you already voted and you're a Heisman voter, just send your ballot in. Don't vote ever. Just don't vote ever again. Like I don't think it just makes no sense to me. Get every data point for all of these guys for Dylan tomorrow. Get every data point you can. To me, and I was talking to Chris Peterson at halftime about this. I said, man, if coaches voted, if only coaches voted, Ashton Jeanty would win the Heisman.
You think so?
I really fully believe that.
Why?
Because they know. Travis Hunter is the most spectacular, most dynamic player. But the best player who's elevated his team to a championship and a playoff and a bye is that guy. And I love Travis Hunter.
I don't know if you love him that much, Brock.
Do you, Brock? Oh, get his ass on here when we have a chance because how do you go from being like the best player in college football because that is Travis Hunter to watching one game because Travis is sitting there because of a team game? It's not just one player, guys. It's a team game. If you're going to win, it's because of a team, not just one player. And so because Travis is sitting at home, he's getting docked points. If Travis was in the championship game, we would be talking about him. Brock would be talking about him. And Brock would be saying how Travis Hunter is winning the Heisman. But because he's sitting down, you want to talk about my man. I don't get it. We need Brock on here, man, at some point.
It feels like, and we will, and he jumped on with the midday, so I didn't want to double dip if he already came on. But and we will and hold him to task because, man, as much as I love Brock Heward, and I do, a full disagreement on this one. And we can agree to disagree. And that's why sports are fun. But, like, you said it's not about one player. When you talk about Travis Hunter, that statement becomes literal. He's two players. He's two players in one. And I feel like there's this narrative that is growing from people who want to take away from Travis, almost as if they're using the two-way stuff against him, as if, like, the only reason you have him there is because he does go both ways, but he's not, like, the best at either, which I disagree with so much.
Like you're not going to be a top 3 pick if you're not the best at one of those positions. You don't just get picked up he's going to be a top 3 pick because of who he is, the athletic ability, and what he shows and what he brings to the table. And so maybe some people should tune in to the games a little bit more of what Travis Hunter is doing, which has never been done before. He's not just going two ways. He's making an impact. He's making an impact, and he's a receiver. It's not a running back. And you know I love my running backs. But you can force feed a running back 40 carries for 200 yards. But you can't force feed necessarily a receiver. You can only give him so many.
Well, I'll give you a little pushback there.
How you gonna force feed? How many?
Well, he got the most targets by.
Well, when you're the best player, you should get the targets.
I agree. I'm not dying on that hill because he saw a lot of action there offensively. But like I'll read this one, right? RamosLaw.com text line. We should take our blinders off and realize the player who deserves the Heisman is Jeanty. It's cool Travis plays both ways, but he isn't top 3 in either position. I just disagree.
We're gonna die on the hill of stats.
Dude, look at the stats. How are you leading a Power 4 conference in touchdown catches, but also pass breakups? Like, how are you playing in games in a power football conference when you're catching touchdowns and picking off the opponent in the same game? This isn't a narrative, all right? This isn't a narrative that Travis is just he's dominant at both positions.
He is. Something has never been done before, and if it has, not to the level of Travis Hunter. Like nobody wants to push down Jeanty because Jeanty had a great year.
Great year.
And I tweeted, I said, if any other year, Zach, Jeanty's winning the Heisman. Just not this year because it's Travis Hunter. It's Travis Hunter. And simple as that. I have nothing else. I'm not going to continue to, back my man because his play does the talking. He's going to win the Heisman. And people are going to be upset all they want.
But I don't know why. I don't know how you could be upset with watching someone at the Power 5 level that's doing something that has quite literally never been done. The eye test is insane. The stats are insane. I don't know how someone would be upset. You could even disagree. You could believe that Ashton Jeanty is the most outstanding player in college football. You can believe that. But I don't think you can be upset.
Well, tell me
by Travis winning the award.
How many people are upset, not necessarily of Travis Hunter, but of Coach Prime? And they're using that, their feelings against Coach Prime against Travis Hunter.
I think
who's still a kid.
I think that is a great point. I think it's a great point. Deion Sanders is a divisive figure.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter should be a unifier. Who doesn't? Like Travis Hunter, we've never seen this before at this level. Not even close, really. Not even close. And, man, I was listening to Mel Kiper. He's like, if he was in last year's draft class with Malik Neighbors and those guys receivers, he goes, it would be tough. It'd be tough to rank him. That's how good he is. And you have people believe that he could be the second overall pick in the draft to play corner. I don't know.
You know what it is? You have to be there to see this kid. And I literally got to witness that the day after Thanksgiving. And, man, watching him on TV is one thing, but watching him in person, him not getting taken out the game, the way he moves offensively and defensively, the way he puts some of these cornerbacks in a spin cycle, it's amazing. And that's why this young man's going to win the Heisman, because he is one of one. Travis Hunter is the only guy out there that can do the things Travis Hunter is doing.
I think you hit the nail on the head 2 minutes ago. I did. I think you hit it right on the head. You say some of the reaction that Travis is getting has to do with who his head coach is, not who he is as a person or player, because everyone agrees he's fantastic. So I think he gets the splash. He gets the splashback of Deion being a divisive figure.
Well, buckle up, everybody. Travis Hunter is bringing home the Heisman.